So finally, we get to start. All of you, thanks for showing up and for samosas. And namaste, vanakkam, jai Shri Krishna, and salam. My name is Nemi Vora, and I'll be your host tonight. Welcome to IGSA Holy Night. We promise you an evening of awesome dance performances and some great music. And speaking of we, my co-host Rahul Duderia, he was right here taking his pictures. Hi, Rahul. I see your. Hello. Yeah. Hi.
Just digesting my samosa.
I
Ah,
just.
you know what? This samosa is really, really tasty.
I'm
Pretty good
sure.
work, Tamarin.
Okay, but I know you were just announcing 5 minutes away, but also throw those bowls in the proper green bagged bins. This is for you as well.
Yeah, we'll do that. But why are you so particular about some bins and some not?
Actually, the reason is that we spent a lot of money getting compostable stuff, and as treasurers, we want our money's worth. So I request all of you guys to throw the stuff in the green bagged bins, all the stuff that you take from IGSA food counter, because all of it is compostable. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, these guys say the same dialogue always, right? Compost bins and all that. Anyways, let's come back. Nemi, you look as pretty as always.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
And
See, someone say who for me too.
yeah,
Thank you.
and
Took me half an hour to get ready.
and actually your accent has improved as well. So good work on that.
It always comes down to my accent, no?
Actually, your accent is really popular. You know what? When we are hosting Diwali night in November, I was getting live feedback from my friends. I mean, talking about the uniqueness of your accent. So,
This time I worked on it and I'll have a proper English accent.
you mean Gujarati English?
Let's not talk about us. Let's not go there. So let's talk about you guys.
Okay, talking about you, just like Diwali night, we'll be giving out movie tickets and IGC t-shirts to folks in the audience. All you have to do is answer some questions. So don't sneak out with those samosas yet. Please stay on, and you could win some tickets and movie t-shirts. Movie tickets and t-shirts. I'm
So,
hungry, you see.
yeah, can I?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so, so next up is classical dance performance, and I welcome them on stage.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Yes. Welcome. We'll now present a dance piece in the Bharatanatyam style. Bharatanatyam is an ancient South Indian classical dance style, and it has gained popularity throughout the world over time. The piece we'll perform is called Brahmam Okate, a composition of Annamacharya. Annamacharya was a prolific composer who wrote songs or kirtanas in the spiritual and romantic genres, with themes including devotion, morality, righteousness, and equality. He's known to be one of the first composers to oppose social stigmas against the lower untouchable castes. In the piece we'll perform today, he emphasizes that God's love extends to all creatures on earth, irrespective of race, color, or status. This message is conveyed through several verses in the song and depicted by the dancers through hand gestures and facial expressions. Brahmam Okate, the song's name, literally translates to everything is one. In the song, Lord Vishnu is depicted in his 10 forms: the fish, the tortoise, the boar, Narasimha, or the half-lion, half-man, the dwarf, Parashuram, or the one with the axe, Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Buddha, and Kalki, the half-horse, half-man. In all of his forms, Lord Vishnu represents supreme consciousness, dwelling in every being, seeing no difference among the creatures of the earth. The song goes on to say that the sun shines the same way on both an elephant and a dog. At the climax of the piece, the dancers depict a powerful story, driving home the central theme of the composition, that all are one and God's love knows no bounds. The scene is as follows. The dancers first show a temple with an idol of Lord Krishna, one of the forms of Lord Vishnu. A king is granted ready access to the temple and given preferential treatment by the gatekeeper and by the priest. But then Chandala, a person of the untouchable low caste, tries to enter the temple. He's pushed away by the gatekeeper and shunned by the priest and the king. And he ends up at the very back of the temple, unable to see the idol. Then, in an act of compassion, and much to the shock of the priest, the king, and the guard, the idol turns to face the back of the temple, enabling Chandala to receive the blessings he sought so fervently. Although this composition is from several centuries ago, its central message applies today just as much as it did back then. The song portrays all beings as embodiments of godliness. So in loving one another, we bring out the goodness and compassion in each of us. We now present Brahmam Okate, set to Raga Bauli in Aditalam, rendered by Srimati Sudha Raghunathan. Thank you.
Brahmamokati
Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me in the back? Okay. This is fine. Hello. Well, I'm just scared that my lipstick will get into on the mic. That's why. I would like to invite Kalyani to introduce the performers.
Thanks. We have Divya, Disha, Kavya, and Anu. And we'd also really like to thank Anjali.
Great job, ladies. Okay. And we have Mr. Wolf from Laptop Rehab.
Thank you. Hello, I'm representing the CMU Laptop Rehab Project here tonight. And on stage with me, actually, she didn't mention, we have Meghna and Ruta. They're really important. They actually started the whole project. I'm just speaking tonight. Next slide, yep. So I just want to tell you a little bit of a personal story to ground what we do. 1987, that's the year that I was born. And within about a year to a year and a half, my parents took me on a shopping trip to an electronics store. They put me in the shopping cart and they were pushing me around. And the story, as my mom says, I put up my hand, I pointed at a desktop computer, and that's the first computer that they ever bought, my parents. So I was an only son at the time. So computers kind of changed my life, and my mom likes to say that she predicted from a very early age, maybe even my birth, that I would be a computer genius. Well, I just want to tell you, she thinks she's better than any horoscope. Fast forward 20 years, I'm a CS PhD student at CMU, one of the best computer science schools in the world. So she was partially right, but let me tell you a little bit of a spoiler. I'm no genius. I was very lucky to have computers from almost the beginning of my life. Can you please click? I want that experience for other children around the world, but there's millions of children that don't have that opportunity because they don't have access to technology for various reasons. And what I want to ask you as an audience, we want to make that happen for them, but what I want to ask you as an audience tonight, just think, do you have any old laptops lying around? Okay, so please click. Please consider donating them to us. What we'll do is we'll put them through what we like to call laptop rehab. We'll wipe them digitally, so none of your personally identifying information will be left on them. We'll even clean them physically, so your fingerprints won't even be left on them. We currently have a lot of volunteers, couriers going to India. That's why I'm here on stage in front of you tonight. We've given laptops to Teach for India in Mumbai, going to some school systems in the slums there. We basically are trying to pair up with other NGOs as well. Please click. And how can you specifically help? So obviously you could donate laptops that you have, old laptops, but in addition, if you could courier or take them to India for us, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you could volunteer in any way possible, that's also appreciated, your time as well as hardware. And if you know anything about other NGOs or organizations that we could pair up with in India or elsewhere, we would love to know that. The best way to contact us, either tonight after the show, or email us at laptop-rehab@lists.andrew.cmu.edu. Please click. Please click. Next slide. Okay. Well, the next slide shows off all of the graduate, okay, a bunch of students who are already involved here at CMU. We tap into the technical expertise of our grad students and undergrads in the community here to get this whole project going. This is just a sampling of them. Like I said, the two lovely women on stage with me up here, they really got the whole thing started. Please click. But just to leave you tonight, please consider donating hardware if you have it. If you could be a courier, that would be awesome. If you could volunteer any amount of your time to help us clean up the laptops or in other ways, or if you know of other organizations that we could pair up with, please let us know. And the easiest way is to contact us either after the show tonight or emailing at the bottom there, laptop-rehab@lists.andrew.cmu.edu. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much, Wolf and your team. We wish you good luck in your endeavor. So movie tickets time now. Okay, lights on. Yeah, thanks. So the first question for the day. Please don't blurt out the answers loud. Please don't shout. You will not get a ticket if you shout out loud. Raise your hands and I'll come there. I'll ask you the answer, and then you'll get a movie ticket if you're right. Okay. Okay. The first question for the day. Who is the first person of Indian origin to complete a marathon? I mean, the oldest person, sorry. I'm hungry, so I am screwing up today. Who's the oldest person of Indian origin to complete a marathon? Not the first person. Any marathon, any marathon. Oldest person of Indian origin.
Is it Fauja Singh?
Yeah, it's Fauja Singh. Fauja Singh. Your name?
Arjun. Felix David.
Felix David from Heinz gets a movie ticket. Okay, Fauja Singh. So speaking of marathons, they've given me a description of something. Yeah, let me see. Okay. So we have a marathon coming up next Saturday on March 29, 2014. It's called Run Towards Zero. The proceedings of this event will actually go to UNICEF. So spring is here. If you want to stay fit and do something good, register online at runtowards0.com. Do I have time for one more question? Okay, front. Okay, one more question. Who's the director of the next Rajnikant movie?